Hello beautiful blockchain people. Today let's analyze the price chart of Bitcoin that is currently trading at the level of $44,222.15. This is the monthly chart and we are really very familiar with the price chart of Bitcoin in the different time frames, but of course let's start from the monthly time frame. Let me remind you that earlier last year a solid price increase took place. Then we had a long leg dodge followed by a deep correction. Then we had a small candlestick followed by a solid bullish candlestick. Let's say that was a hammer, or together with this candlestick, a bullish engulfing, followed by a rebound, and after a small break the price skyrocketed and posted a sequence of new all-time highs. And then the next, let's say, local high form or all-time high, and in November the price started to decline, so we've been in some kind of, let's say, correction. Now we're very familiar with this let's say piece of the chart, or this part of the chart. Here we had a sequence of bearish candlesticks with descending maximums and descending minimums. So that was a bearish signal, but I always underline that that was a bearish signal because last month a small bullish candlestick formed. Of course it has a local high below the previous one, but its local low remained above the previous one. So that was the first initial signal in the monthly chart, pointing to some kind of stabilization of the price or consolidation. And we see that this consolidation continues because now we have this small candlestick. Of course this candlestick may change till the end of the month. We have 6 more days, but at the moment it has a local high testing the previous one, so this is a small positive signal, and its local low is slightly above the previous one. So this is a small bullish signal. I would say that if at the end of the month we have exactly this candlestick, it will confirm the consolidation, and the chances of let's say of a formation of a local bottom will increase. And I want to remind you that, let's say, this consolidation at the moment is taking place within the range of the previous local low. So this is where the key support comes from the previous local low. So once again, I would like to highlight that at the moment the monthly time frame is a bit better, let's say, than it used to be here, because here we have candlesticks with local highs at the similar level and local lows that are ascending. And here we had a bearish signal, once again descending maximums and descending minimums. So now the price chart looks much better. This is according to the monthly time frame. Now let's check the weekly chart. Okay, this is the weekly chart. These are these price increases, decreases, rebounds. And let me remind you that the most interesting part of the chart, the most interesting part of the chart for us at the moment is this part that started in the middle of November. So here we had a shooting star followed by another candlestick similar to a shooting star. Then we had a bearish engulfing when the bearish candlestick covered with its body the previous one. So we were able to spot this potential trend reversal signal. And after that, a sequence of mainly bearish candlesticks with descending maximums and descending minimums took place. Let me underline once again that it took place because here, after this hammer that formed within the range of this local low, let's say of this local low, we had a bullish candlestick, and that was the very first bullish candlestick with a local high above the previous one and a local low above the previous one since the beginning of this, let's say, deep correction. Of course, after that we had a shooting star, a bearish candlestick, some kind of dodge, a gravestone dodge, another gravestone dodge. So when we used to analyze this part of the chart, I used to say that this is a confirmation of this consolidation, and that was a clear signal that below this, let's say, consolidation, we have a lot of support. But here, these candlesticks with tall upper shadows, they indicated that the bulls were facing a lot of resistance because these candlesticks once again had very tall upper shadows. Interestingly, at the moment, we see that last week a bullish candlestick formed, and now we have another bullish candlestick. This bullish candlestick has a local low above the previous one and a local high above the previous one. Of course, this is the weekly candlestick that may change because today is Friday. But if at the end of the week we have exactly this candlestick, this will be a small bullish signal, and this will be a sign, let's say, that the bulls are trying to overcome this resistance, and I mean the resistance that we see based on this tall upper shadows. And if the bulls overcome this resistance, we will receive another bullish signal in the weekly chart, because here we have two bullish candlesticks with ascending local highs and ascending local lows. So this will be a nice, let's say, bullish signal. And I want to say that if this sequence of these candlesticks, let's say bullish ones, continues, then according to the linear chart, it may turn out that this is a local bottom within this potential, let's say, ascending channel or uptrend. Let me change here the style. So let's say that this is the lower line, and then we had this upper line. So this will be a nice, let's say, ascending channel. So let's keep an eye on this part of the price chart. And I want to highlight that if we have a look at this two local lows here, we see that this one is above the previous one, so this is a small bullish signal, and the current price is above the previous closing, let's say, level during this local high. So this will be also another small positive signal if at the end of the week the price is at this level or above this one. So this is according to the weekly chart. Now let's have a look at the daily chart. Okay, this is the daily chart. We have three moving averages. Let's start step by step. The first one is the 30-day moving average, or for the period of 1 month. We know that the price dropped below the 1-month moving average in the middle of November. It was below this moving average till the very beginning, let's say, of February. Then the price surpassed the 30-day moving average for the very first time. Then it dropped, then it surpassed the 30-day moving average, and so on and so on. And that's why I highlighted that here with this, let's say, ups and downs, that was a clear signal that the price is consolidating at the level of the 30-day moving average. And of course, I highlighted that the longer we're in this consolidation, and of course, the longer the price is above the 30-day moving average or the blue line, the higher the probability that this is a local bottom. So I see that it seems that this is a local bottom. So let's wait and see what happens. But I just want to highlight what I pay attention to. So if the price drops below this moving average, then this is a bearish signal. But the more or the longer it stays above this moving average, once again, the higher the probability of, let's say, formation of a local low. And of course, this may mark the beginning of the uptrend renewal. Next, let's add the 3-month moving average, or 90-day moving average, or 1-quarter moving average. And to be honest, this is a very nice moment, because since the very beginning of December, let's say, the price has been mainly below this moving average. Also, we had a bearish moving average crossover here. The 30-day moving average dropped below the 90-day moving average. And now we have some small positive signal, because we see in the daily chart that for 2 or 3 days, the price has been above the 3-month or 1-quarter moving average, and this is for the very first time since the beginning of December. So this is a nice, let's say, bullish signal. Also, it will be nice if the 30-day moving average surpasses the 3-month moving average. So this will be a bullish moving average crossover if it takes place. So let's wait and see what happens. But we see that we have accumulation of small bullish signals in the daily chart. And now if we add the 1-year moving average, we see that the price is approaching the 1-year moving average. Let's wait and see what happens. But it surpasses the 1 year moving average, then we will receive another bullish signal. And if I see the price above the 1 moving average, probably I will say that definitely this is a local bottom. So definitely this is a local bottom, but let's wait and see what happens. But what I want to highlight is that we have accumulation of some nice small positive bullish signals, and this is in the monthly chart, in the weekly chart, and in the daily chart. So these are the most, let's say, reliable time frames. I will keep an eye on the price chart of Bitcoin, but these are some nice, let's say, signals. Now let's have a look at the 4-hour chart. Okay, this is the 4-hour chart. We had an uptrend, then the price started to decline. It formed a descending narrowing wedge or descending channel or downtrend. We know that in February or during the first week of February, the price went through the upper line of this descending channel or downtrend, and it started drawing this ascending channel or uptrend. So we're in this small uptrend between the, let's say, two green lines. So this is a small nice signal. But what I want to say is, of course, the longer the price remains in this potential ascending channel, the higher the probability that sooner or later we will see in the daily chart, in the weekly chart, and in the monthly chart the uptrend renewal. That's why I will continue to keep an eye on this green, let's say, lines, or I will keep an eye on this ascending channel. Of course, once again, if the price drops below the lower line, then we will receive a bearish signal. But at the moment, we see that we are significantly above the lower line of this channel. Now, one very important thing, let me switch to a linear chart. And although I say that we have something similar to an ascending channel, I always change in the 4-hour chart at the end of this analysis the let's say this line, because we see that this local low, the previous local low, they're almost at the same level, and now we're testing this level. So although I say that we have a potential ascending channel, it's actually, this is the resistance line at the moment. Let's see what happens with this resistance line, because this is a critical moment for the price chart of Bitcoin. And if the price surpasses this resistance level, and later if we have a local low above the previous ones and the price rebounds, then probably we will have a sustainable and healthy, let's say, ascending channel, and then I will become even more bullish on the price chart of Bitcoin. Let me remind you, in the short term, because in the midterm and in the long run, I'm very bullish on Bitcoin. But if something like this happens in the near future, I will become even bullish, very bullish on the price chart of Bitcoin, even in the short term. So that's it for today, fellas. Thank you for watching this video. Please share your point of view on the price chart of Bitcoin as a comment below. Of course, I wish you a very wonderful day. Good luck in the financial markets, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.